Hey, welcome to the Cobra Algo setup video guide. In this guide, I'll be going over some settings you should enable and also how to add Cobra Algo to your charts. So let's get started. In this top right corner, you're going to see your tradingview.com username. You're just going to want to make sure that this name matches the username that you provided at the cobraalgo.com website checkout. So in this circumstance, my username is Cobra Video, as this is the Cobra Video instructional video, but your username will be different. So just make sure this matches the one that you provided to us at checkout. By seeing this video, you most likely have your order filled. You will know that your order is filled by receiving an email named "Your order is on this way." This means that we've shared access with you and you're able to follow the steps that I will be showing you now. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click on this chart button just once, and it's going to load you into the default TradingView chart. You're just going to want to X out of this ad here, and you should be all set. So the first setting you're going to want to enable is in the top left corner. You'll click these three lines and select dark mode. Just going to make things look a lot easier and make the charts look a lot easier for you on the eyes. Next thing you're going to want to do is turn on the extended hours. This is just going to show you price movement after the stock market have closed, and it's going to show you pre-market and after-market hours. This is just going to help with making the signals more accurate with Cobra, and you're just going to find that you see a lot less false signals. Next thing is to enable this candle and select Hike and Ashy. Basically just going to smooth everything out. This is not required, but I always suggest it for people who like to identify trend easier. With TradingView itself, you'll see that there's going to be this little AAPL symbol. This might be different depending on your default trading chart, but here you'll be able to search for any symbol you like to trade. So for example, in this scenario, I'm looking at the Apple chart, but if I wanted to look at Tesla, I could search TSLA, which is the ticker for Tesla, or I could actually search Tesla itself, and it will also pick it up itself. If I wanted to do something like crypto, I can do BTC USD, and then it will show the Bitcoin. Same thing with something like Doge USD, and for Forex, you could do a Forex pair, so GBP USD is also going to be on here. So these are just going to be how you can change charts and look at them, see different charts, so you could have the elga predict on those charts itself. Here is going to be the time frame. So basically right now I'm on the 1 hour time frame, which means each one of these little sticks will represent 1 hour of time. So if you wanted to trade faster, let's say a couple trades a day, you would stick to time frames like the 3 minute, 5 minute, 15. If you're looking to hold for several days, I would suggest the 30, 45, and the hour. And if you're looking to hold for several months or possibly years, you could do the 4 hour, 1 day, 1 week. These will all work really well in determining trend on any chart that you search. So let's go back to Apple for my example itself now. Last thing you're going to want to do is right click on this price bar and select scale price chart only. Just going to make zooming in and out a lot easier. So for the indicator itself, to add Cobra, you click on this indicator button, which will also maybe just be an FX button for you on mobile or for a smaller size screen. So just click on this, and then you'll see this invite only script. If you don't see this script, this usually means that you're either not logged into an account at all, you're logged into the wrong account, or you gave us the wrong username at the Cobra Algo checkout. So make sure you're logged in, and if it still doesn't show up, send email support to our website, and it should get resolved for you pretty quickly. So once you see this, click on it once and you'll see the Cobra script. So just click on it again once, exit out this window, and then you'll see it adds it to the chart. So with Cobra Algo, we give you a lot of features that help you become profitable, with the first being the support and resistance lines. These are basically going to be lines that stocks are prone to bounce off of. So if you see this blue line, there's a good chance that it might bounce off of it and you could see price action in this way. These are called support and resistance. Again, you can learn about this more on YouTube, except the script plots these themselves so you don't have to draw them manually. Next thing is this trend dashboard. It's just going to tell you the last alert that was put out, which is an exit or a red alert. So it matches the last signal. And then we have the 1 minute, 3 minute, 15, 30, 1 hour, and 1 day. So basically it's just going to tell you the trend, whether it's going up or down in those time frames. The more that the time frames matches, the more accurate the signal will be on any time frame. So just keep that in mind. To edit the settings on Cobra Algo itself, you select over the script, select the gear icon, and then you have all your settings. So here is a show dashboard button. If you disable it, this dashboard will go away. And there it goes. So I'll just enable it because personally I use it a lot to determine whether or not I want to enter a trade. Next thing is the sensitivity 1 and 2. These are going to control the entry and exit signals independently. So if I want more of them, I can turn down to something like 17 and 7, and you'll see that once this loads, there'll be lots more signals to choose from. You can mess around with the settings and make sure that they work appropriately for you. However, on default is the universal default. So if you want to mess around with the sensitivities, I encourage you to do so. Just make sure that you do them accurately by looking into the past and making sure the signals seem accurate so that the future ones will be accurate as well. So the next thing is the safe mode. I would suggest keeping this on always. I personally don't even turn it off myself, so there's not really a reason to turn it off unless you're pretty experienced and you know what you're doing. So I'm going to reset everything just to have the default signal so it's easier to show you. Then I have the stop loss, take profit 1, 2, 3. These are customizable levels that you can set, and it will plot these little dots on the chart at each point of these take profit levels. So basically, if you look at this entry signal here, we have the first take profit 1. This occurs when the stock has gone up 2% since the green entry signal. This is also going to happen for the red entry signals because people use these red ones to short a stock, which means they want the stock to go down. So that's why there's also a take profit on the red ones. So like I said, if you're looking to make money on a stock going down, you can follow the exit signals and exit on the entry signals, so just do the reverse. However, I'd suggest to always consult your trading plan and don't rely solely on one indicator. Alright, so these are just the same thing. You can adjust percentage base, so there's 5% since the signal, and then there's 8% since the signal for take profit 3. For the stop loss, it's going to be the same, except it will only plot if it goes in the wrong direction. So let's say the signal was wrong, it pointed at entry here, and then it went down lower, it will plot a stop loss before the next exit signal, just to help you get out quicker. Here is the show support and resistance lines. Once you disable this, it's going to make the blue lines go away, and then you can enable them if you like them. Pivot length, you can just adjust with these settings. The higher you go, the more lines and support and resistance you'll see, but then there'll be too many to be aware and accurate of the lines, so I just have the default as 25. And then we have the look back display, which means it's going to look 250 candles back and look for the highs and the lows from those 250 candles. So if you want more candles to be in this calculation, you can change this number to reflect that. Next thing is SNR color. These are basically just a setting to change the color of these lines if you want to, of course. Currently it's default to blue. And the last thing is the line width. These are going to control the width of the support and resistance lines. You can adjust that to your liking and be good with that. So next thing I'll show you now is how to set an alert for each one of these signals. So by doing that, you come back on the script itself, click these three dots, click add alert, and here you'll have your options for Cobra Algo itself. So you'll know the ones that apply to Cobra by having these little snake icons, so just make sure you only mess with these. These don't matter too much. So I'll just go over briefly what these do. The first one is the any long exit. So basically, if you entered on a green buy, for example, it's going to tell you exactly when a first take profit, a second, and a third has taken place. It will also tell you the stop loss, but it will not tell you the next exit signal. Same thing for the short, it's just the opposite. So if you entered on a red one, hoping the stock will go down, it's going to tell you for this one, but it will not tell you any other signals other than the take profit 1, 2, 3, and stop loss. Entry is just simply going to tell you each time an entry is formed. Entry or exit is going to tell you either entry or exit, and then we have exit, which is just going to tell you exit. Personally, I do entry or exit because with TradingView you can only do one alert unless you upgrade their plan. So once you select entry or exit, you could select once per bar close, and then set an expiration time that you want it to expire, and then you click notify on app, show pop-up, send email, and you can also go in here to play a sound. From here you can name your alert. I suggest naming it from the stock you're looking at. So if I was on Apple 1 hour, which I am, by these two signals here, you'll see Apple 1 hour, and then I'll say the sensitivity that I have it set on. So currently my sensitivity is 170/70. So set that and it should be good to go. So now I can create and get this warning. You can ignore this because this is just saying things are going to repaint, but that's not really the case because the dashboard is moving in real time. So you could just click continue anyways, and that will be set up. So to manage your alerts, you can click on this clock icon and you'll see your alert. From here you can stop it, edit it, or remove it. So I will just show you again. If I wanted to set another alert, it will not allow me because it says that alert saving failed and it wants you to upgrade the plan. So just make sure if you want a new alert, you delete the old one. Alrighty, so the last thing I'll show you is that you can customize your charts to your liking. So if you right click on the chart itself, click settings, you can edit the appearance of how it looks like entirely. So if you would like to follow how I normally do my chart, you could do so. So currently I disable borders. For the body, I changed this color green and I add a new color, custom color. And my color green to match the signals here will be 70DA86. And this is just going to match the color green to the signal entirely, and then I can click the same one for the next green and it will be saved in this bottom tray here. So this is just going to match the red and greens on the chart itself and make it look a little bit nicer. For the extended hours colors, I will select a white for both of them, and then I will change the opacity to something like 15% for both of them. And that should be good to go. So the next thing I will do is go on appearance and also make these two dark black and disable these lines entirely so that everything looks good. So now when I look in the chart, I can simply see when extended hours is on by seeing these gray lines, and then I have the black lines as market open. And you'll also see that these green bars match with the green label and the red match with the red label. You can also customize a little bit more with Cobra itself by selecting it, going in the gear icon and selecting style. Basically in here you can mess around with the settings, but just to show you, these correlate. You can see here that the green matches with this green color. So I can even change the entry signal to be whatever color I want. Same for the red. So I could turn that to a yellow, for example. These you could also edit for these little take profit circles and stuff, and you can change their shape. So to pick whatever you like, basically. Same thing with the color. You can change the color and it will change the color as you select it. If you want to go back to default, just select over here, click reset settings, and you're all set to go. Last thing is these labels and the lines. Labels is just going to disable the dashboard, and the little lines on the support and resistance And then the lines will disable the lines, but not the numbers of the lines. Alright, so thank you so much for watching. If you have any other questions, feel free to send me an email and I'll be happy to help. You can also send me a message on Discord, Instagram, Twitter, any part where you can find me. I'll be able to respond to your messages. So thank you so much for watching, and have a good one.